Hello, it's Bud. Let's look at a conforming vector error and why we get it. For the past couple days, Dale has been wondering why he is getting this error. So let's go to his MPC and we can see the error message. The following conforming vectors are too deep or exceed the capabilities of the bit. And it gives the text involved, which in this case is a number 29448. So let's dissect this problem, reverse engineer if you will. First off, he's using the conforming vectors because he's putting this number within a carve region. That carve region is 1/2 an inch deep. The text is a little over 18 inches long and 4.637 high. My premise is that the number or the text is too close to the higher surface of this edge outside of the carve area, carve region, and the software is concerned that the bit will spin and strike this and cause an abort, or the chuck itself will hit it because of the potential of being too close. But in this case, I think it's the bit. The bit he is using is a 90-degree bit, which is a wide bit, but the surface only cuts on the V portion. It doesn't cut on the vertical sides of the cutter. The same thing's true of the 60. Each one has a set depth that it can do its carving within, and all of them are dependent, in this case, on the text. If I go to edit, Dale is using Lucinda Grande, which is not in my file, but I could still use it because he handed it to me on this MPC. But the word Grande means bold or large. I have a Lucinda console and I have a Lucinda fax. So my thinking is Lucinda Grande is larger than either one of those. It will be darker and wider, which means it will carve deeper. Knowing that, what I'm going to do is I am going to change the depth or the height of these numbers to a 4-inch. And I am going to space this thing so that it appears to be more evenly away from any edge. I have to really be careful. Oops, I didn't want that. Hit escape. I have to really be careful here on the corners because they encroach on the numbers. But I'm going to try it about there and see what I've got. Looks pretty good. So I could have changed the font to something less dark and less wide, but for this particular lesson, it may be that the customer wanted this font, and we're going to do what we can to get it there. So I'm going to compile this now, upload it to the machine. And I'm not going to pause this thing, I'm going to let it happen. Okay, your first warning is about not being able to scale because of the conforming vector. And now it's going through the rest of the compile. And if my premise is right, just changing this thing from a 4.6 to a 4-inch on the height of the letters and repositioning it so it's pretty much equally away from any edge may just give me what I want. So we're waiting. Compile takes a little time, especially when it's got to do all this thinking about the conformation it's going to do and everything else. Like I say, I could have changed the text font. I could have made my sign larger so that I had more space to play within, so I could keep my 4.6 size on the letters. But just to keep this thing consistent, I only wanted to do one thing, and that was see what happened if I resized this text and made sure it was far enough away from any edge. I think I've got a winner. I think I've got a winner. I think I would have gotten the abort there. It's done. And normal is going to take 4 hours and 7 minutes. But that, in a nutshell, just by changing the text to 4 inches instead of 4.6 and moving it down so it was equally spaced from this surface here and the bottom surface, I got it to work. And that is why we got this conforming vector error. I hope that helps. Talk to you later.